Hey guys, good morning to y'all. Sitting here with Mr. Man. We got him in a reasonably relaxed position today and semi-quiet. So we're going to try and work with this as long as we can before he starts getting a little cranky. See, he already knows activity is going on, but he's like, I'm a star. People are going to look at me. What's on, guys? Good morning to y'all. Thanks for tuning in. Reuben's a little disoriented. He's been napping for a couple seconds. Um, Hope all is well. Sunday morning here in the U.S., East Coast. Hope your day is going well so far. Everybody's popping on. Reuben, from all over, they're saying hey to you. I know you can't read, you can't see too well, but they're happy to see you one way or another from all over the place. There's people on the other side of the world that have stayed up to see you. That's pretty amazing if you think about it. But let's see. I'll give you an update. So Reuben, we got him off to the vet yesterday for his nail trim, and he did very well. We do it on a regular basis for him because we can't do it for himself because we've cut his nails before. He struggles a lot, and one of them it bled one time where it was bad news. So we leave it to the experts. But got his nails trimmed, and if you ever see his nails looking a little bit long in some of the videos, also he has a very vascular nail bed. Let's see if I can. So there's a lot of pink in there. So we can't take off a lot from each of the nail trims, but we make sure we do it on a regular basis as much as we can. Let's see. But anyway, the good news is that Mr. Man weighed in at the exact same as he did last time. So he was 66 and a half or so. Um, so probably, not too. We're happy that he's steady right now. But you figure, the harness puts on, at least 7-8 pounds. I mean, come on. So he's doing all right. Again, how many times did Reuben fart today? Only once so far that we heard of, but I'm sure there were plenty of some silent guys that were out there as well. Let's see what else. And also, Reuben, when he was at the vet, he happened to meet a what was it, Carol? It was what did I say? Newfoundland, who was about 160 pounds and made him look like a Chihuahua. It was so monstrous. So got to meet a couple of those folks. Got the question: does he miss Rachel? Yes, he does miss Rachel. We did have him. Rachel came home for a quick visit the other day, and Reuben was very excited about that. Lots of butt shaking going on. So he's very much. Reuben is how old? He's 3.5 years old. He is an English bulldog, and yes, he sometimes does. Yes, sleepy man. Because look, it's what 10:03, and he is usually into his nap time. Um, we're here in North Carolina, is on the East Coast. Is Reuben neutered? Yep, we got him neutered as part of our agreement when we got him. There are some health benefits to that, some behavioral benefits from what we've read, but that was the agreement. But we waited till he was a year and a half. Um, can he breathe well? Yeah, yes. Reuben can breathe well. Again, not as he's a brachycephalic dog, so they have issues more than traditional dogs with the shorter snouts. But he doesn't need any of the surgery or anything like that. But a lot of times on the videos, you'll hear him and he'll sound pretty loud, but the microphone is right up there in his nose or nearby, so it sounds worse than it is. So. Let's see. What about his doggy friends? Yeah, he's got two, we'll say girlfriends on the side. We've got Coco, and then we've got Sonoma. So he's probably due for a rendezvous with them at some point. And he does have across the street. What am I blanking on her name? Not Lulu. Across the street. So we're due to see her again sometime as well. She must be getting a little bit older. So. And let's see what else. What's we're going to be for Halloween this year? Good question. We're probably going to cycle through a bunch of things that we have. We've got one or two new outfits, but we'll play that one by ear. I'm not sure how this happened. I'm a 49-year-old man with a bunch of costumes for his dog. Um, but we'll maybe pull them all out and see what we have, and and see which one he favors the most. But we may have one or two new ones for this year. Um, where did we get this comfortable chair? I don't know. Was it Lazy Boy? I don't know. Hard to say. Uh-oh. Reuben wants to be on the mood. Hang on, Reuben. We're gonna try and stay here for a while for now while we can. He's settling. He's sensing that there's some his fans are afoot, and he hears the tone of voice. He says he knows what something's going on. All right, Reuben. All right, hang on a sec. He's gonna want to get down here. We actually had to put chairs to block the kitchen because the last two times we've done a live stream, you've seen him. He goes running towards the kitchen, and starts barking for treats. Uh-oh, he's climbing down. All right, hang on. All right, we're gonna switch. We're gonna switch lanes here. But you see, this is what we've been forced to do, is keep the chairs here to keep him out of that one. Yeah, he's about 66 pounds or so. Reuben, you can't go in there, buddy. But here's what we'll do. Hang on. We're gonna get him. We're gonna get him a Himalayan yak bone to keep him occupied. And thank you guys. Thank you for the congratulations for him. So these Himalayan yak bones we found somebody had sent them to us originally. These are pretty solid. They're made of, I think, like Himalayan. They're yak milk, cow milk, salt, and lime juice, and like that's it. And instead of the plastic chewies, these seem to be pretty solid. But yeah, one of the fans had. But Reuben, come on, we need you to chew on this. Come on your bed. Come on. There we go. Come on up. Of course, he's welcome to MTV's Cribs. You'll see his fine selection of sleepwear. Yeah, does he have a favorite bed? No, because each one has a different purpose. This one that he's on now is for playing, essentially. He'll stay on this and sometimes chew on one of his bones. This one is probably the most used for sleeping, but the thing is that he's got some crevices down there to put some on the super secret bones, and he's got about, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think he's got, I guess, technically 5.5 beds, six beds, and this one, which really is pretty indestructible. It's like a Kevlar bed, but this one has got all of super secret bones. That's his good one. That's the one that he wants. Anyway, so each bed has a different purpose. They're very differentiated. He's very high maintenance at this point. But let's see, how often does he take a bath? Let's see, we give him a bath not too often, maybe once every 3 or 4 weeks, I guess. Carol, does that sound right? Yeah, once a month or so. The good news is he doesn't have a lot of smell, bad smell, I should say, coming from his body. Again, back ends and front ends are different, but he does not have, and he doesn't have a lot of hair loss and a lot of dander and all that. Although, you know what, when the light is behind him in the morning and he does shake his face, there is a lot of dander that kind of comes off of him. So it's more than we realize. But luckily, he's not like a long-haired Samoyed or something like that. So, but yes, Reuben is our first English Bulldog. And so we are by no means experts. We're experts in Reuben and Reuben only. But that's why we rely on a lot of you guys for your comments to give us any suggestions on how things are going. We do appreciate that, because we definitely have picked up a few good pointers. Let's see what else. Oh, yeah. Here's a bit of a cute story for Reuben. Wait, for yeast problems. Now he doesn't. Now his face we clean it on a pretty regular basis. So I mean, it can get kind of icky in some of the folds in there. But keeping on a regular basis, and occasionally use some of the wrinkle paste cream and or even on the back end, a little bit of diaper cream and all that kind of takes care of that. Earlier, actually, was a question about does he like vegetables? Yes, we've been able to keep his weight at least steady and down a little bit from when it was 68 pounds, because we are substituting green beans in with his meals. So he gets about I think about half a cup with it. He gets fed 3 times a day, and 2 of those he gets a half a cup of green beans as opposed to kibble. So he's doing all right. But yes, one story for you that Carol reminded me of, that when our daughter Rachel came home from college one weekend for a quick visit, and she went to look for her socks, and she found one of them and it was all wet. So obviously a certain dog had gotten a hold of it, and couldn't find the other one until we ended up searching, and he had taken the sock and buried it in there, put it in his super secret place. That is the first time that he's ever done anything like that. So I think he was missing his sister and wanted to keep her here by hijacking her clothes. So there we go. Anyway, what else? Does he ever get the blues? I don't know. I guess he could, but he has so much attention and energy that I guess I don't know. We keep him occupied, I guess, for the most part. Anyway, let's see what else I can tell you. Is Reuben friendly? Yes, he's very friendly. Reuben is all about meeting other people, and definitely at the park. He likes to meet other dogs, but he really is into people more. In fact, if I have to make a small complaint about Mr. Majesty here, we went to the park this morning, and once getting out, he realized that there was nobody around, and he was not going anywhere. He was not going anywhere at all. I wasn't going to start dragging him, but we got maybe about 50 yards of total walking, and he's like, I need to go back in the car for a ride. So he basically just wants to be driven around and chauffeured. So I'm pretty sure that this channel has kind of gone to his head for a little bit. But let's see what else. Yes, I know, Carol, they're calling for you. They really want you on screen here, but that's what she's working with here. She wants to stay. She's part of the support staff. Anyway, let's see what else. And I do have to. Look, I'm putting in a plug because it is Sunday and Reuben's going to be on my lap as we watch football. But go Buffalo Bills. Go Bills. All right. Sorry to all you folks out there, especially you Giants fans, but I gotta plug that in there. There's a question about cleaning the house a little bit, wiping down the walls a bit. Every now and then we'll find some stuff on the walls. Yes, we do take the what are those little the little white things we use? Oh, the magic erasers. Those are pretty good for taking some of the snot off the walls, if you will, some slobber. But for the most part, he's not too drooly. He's drooly when he's outside and walking. But is Reuben a Georgia Bulldogs fan? He's not against the Georgia Bulldogs, but he's an NC State fan. I gotta support my daughter. So there we go. Let's see what else. No, I'm a Panthers fan as well. They're my NFC team, so I'm going to put that in there. And let's see what else. Let me go ahead and as a reminder, hang on while he's there. Let me get this reminder real quick. Bear with me. I want to put on a plug. Remember, his calendar is out there. If you don't have a calendar, you need to get his calendar, because how are you supposed to know what year it is and month and week and day if you don't have a calendar? And you can go to lulu.com and just search for Reuben the Bulldog, and his calendar will be on there. But all proceeds go to the Humane Society here in New Hanover County, and you would be doing a very good thing. Yes, having a bulldog is almost like a child. William Johns, you are absolutely right. He is essentially a 4-year-old, 2 to 4-year-old, depending on the day. Yeah, we'll say 2. Stuffed into a dog suit of sorts. And so high maintenance, you always got to be taking care of his needs, and he'll let you know when you're not. So there you go. And by the way, everybody who has purchased a calendar so far, thank you so much. I forget what the count is. I know we're up to about $1,600 or so raised for the Humane Society. So I think we did $2,500 last year. I'm hoping to beat that, but that would be wonderful. But it would be a good thing. If you did want to send pictures, you can send. Reuben's email is reubenthebulldog@gmail.com. And there you go. How many beds so far this year? I think, Carol, have we gotten?
I don't know. It's like 5 or 6. We've been a little steady with.
I don't know how many. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know that we've gotten maybe one new bed this year, but it's been he slowed down a little bit. He slowed down a little bit this. Um, yeah, Carol's not happy with the contract. So when she renegotiates, then maybe she'll go on camera. But what do you do when he's bored and can't go outside? He's big into the ball, chasing the. We've got a little glow ball back that he likes the texture of, and he likes me holding onto this thing while he chews it. He's playing very well right now and hanging on to it himself. Normally he pretends like he can't do anything on his own. But so yeah, we'll play ball with him. He likes tugging and things like that. But he's he does that for maybe 5 minutes. He gets tired out and he goes to nap again. So he doesn't.
Sometimes he does his like 60 seconds of zoomies.
Yeah, he will do zoomies. That's right. He'll do that occasionally and get to bananas. These bones, just if you go on Amazon, there's a whole bunch of Himalayan yak bones. So there we go.
We do get rid of them when they get too small.
Yeah, that'll be our one recommendation is that when they get about half size to where like they a little bit less than half or so to where we don't want him choking on them, so we'll toss those out. But these are pretty hard, and I'd rather have him chewing these, and they are edible. So dog food or raw food, he eats Royal Canin English Bulldog food that has worked well for him. Again, everyone's got an opinion on food, and I just say whatever works for you guys, definitely do that. But he has done pretty well with Royal Canin, so we've kept him on that. Let's see what else. How often do we have to clean his face? We're wiping it on a daily basis for the most part. Do the yak bones have an odor? No, there's no odor to them. They're pretty neutral. So there you go. Does he like laying in the sunlight? Yes, that is probably part of his, I would say, an automatic of his daily routine. Normally that back door is open and he's laying in there. So we just got to make sure that he doesn't overheat. Does Reuben have any anxiety? No, not really. He gets a little nervous sometimes when he hears fireworks, but if he sticks close to me, then we're pretty good. Let's see. Christmas tree for Chris. We still haven't decided yet on Christmas tree. I mean,
I don't want to talk about
yeah,
it.
Carol doesn't want to. Carol does not want to talk about it. We'll figure something out, but I don't know. I don't know because the same stuff's gonna happen. But I don't want an artificial Christmas tree. So anyway, Carol, anything more recently? Anything else I can point out? Yet he is king of the castle. There's no question. There's absolutely no question. When do we get our trophy from YouTube from all the fans? I don't know. I think I read online that it's usually like a month or two after you hit 100,000. So hopefully they'll send that. But again, yeah, yak bones on. Just get him on Amazon. He's 66 pounds. Does he know he's famous? I think the way he acts sometimes he really does. And what else?
Just a big thank you for all the congratulations.
Does he get recognized in public? Yeah, every now and then. A couple more people every now and then are recognizing him out there, but not. Yeah. Carol is the rock star behind all this. We're just kind of here. So it's a good thing. She's helping out. But I think that is it current girlfriend? No steady current girlfriend. He's a little bit of a player. All right. You know, he's that's why he's getting trimmed down just to make sure that he's available in case he comes across a hot poodle or someone else. Does he sleep in bed with us? No, he sleeps. He's got a crate, and there's a big orthopedic bed in there, and he sleeps in our bedroom in that crate every night, and he loves that. He is 3.5 years old, English Bulldog, and yeah, no, Rachel's doing good at school. It's all well. And does he sleep okay at night? Yes, he sleeps. We all sleep extraordinarily well. If he was in the bed with us, I think it would be bad news. We did that with our last lab, so we said we're not going to do this again, and everybody gets a good night's sleep. Does Reuben ever show anger to me? No, can't say that I've ever seen anger. There's been times when he's played very rough. He does with me more than anyone else, but if he gets a little too rough, then we'll just walk away and we'll stop that. And let's see what else. What's one of his nicknames? Our favorite one, my favorite one is the Pope of Vatican City. We like that. And by the way, all of our little, our if we refer to him as a little fatty of any kind, it's just a term of endearment. There's nothing behind that. If we call him Faddington Bear, that's just because we love him. We call he's a good boy, but no, he's not really fat. He's just very thick and very muscular. And if we get maybe 1 or 2 more pounds off of him, then yeah, Nauticus is that's when Carol is yelling the most, I think. And see, do we close the credit? Yeah, we do close it, but he's it's just out of habit. He likes to have his own place. That's right. He is fluffy. He isn't fat. Come on, that's what I'm talking about. All right, let's see. Birthday is January 11th. Is his birthday, and so he will be 4 coming up here very shortly. And how many farts today? Just 1. I know there's more to come, I'm sure. So we'll see how we go. What made us choose a Bulldog instead of another lab? Our last lab broke our hearts. He was so sweet and so gentle. Schaefer was a wonderful creature, but at 8 years old, he had lymphoma and had passed away, and it was very rough passing for him. And Carol said, I can't do another lab right now. And a Bulldog happened to walk into our life. So that led to this. Let's see what else. Reuben Hasselhoff. Yes, that's not. Yeah, that's not far off, I think. So anyway, Rue, can you do a head tilt before we go? Rue, can you do a head tilt? He's like, I'm too busy. All right. I think I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna wrap this up a little bit, guys. First of all, we had a lot of new subscribers recently, and I want to thank everyone who has jumped on board, as well as those who've been here from way early on. Thank you, Simon. That's very kind of you. And basically, we want to say thank you. I will never stop saying thank you for all this. And this whole thing has still been a very big surprise, and we're just glad that we can share him with all of you folks out there. And Reuben's like, let's wrap this up, man. He's all right. All right, guys. Have a glorious Sunday. Go Bills. And we'll talk to y'all soon. And as always, we appreciate you being out there and being fans. Thank you, guys. Be good.